Uh, Hello. I smile like that because I can't. When I look at the camera, I really um, look. I can write about anything. Um, Gearing up to that writing is something else. It's what I call what is important and what is imported. News around the world is imported, uh, but whether it's actually important or not, that's what I focus on. Actually, and it's very much more subtle because it doesn't pop up um, the way the other stuff does, the simply imported news. My own research was positively imported. If I had stayed in West America, I could not conceive of anything, um, period. Um, and my education there was basically of cannabis. Okay, that was and drugs and maybe rock and roll, but not even that because there was no love on the left-hand side of America. Kurt Cobain's your litmus of that. Okay, love is more of like a junkie at best and at worst, indeed. Um, so basically, I have sympathy for the victims. Okay, because that's what shows up, and that's what it's the indicator of patterns. And when they all line up, okay, then it actually makes sense. Um, okay, to make an agreement, not for me to be holding the bag, because that is the scapegoating of the world. Okay, that is, and I'm here to make a deal with people who actually sympathize, so that basically what is actually important can be safely imported and not used as a news weapon or some sort of like, oh, I like this, I like that, all this flavor of the second, flavor of the week, flavor of the day, distractions. Okay, those are all just victims. Okay, what exactly of being maybe too smart or something like that? I definitely see that. Okay. It's American healthcare and the prescription for rock and roll. Elvis Presley got that prescription. My parents drove through the Deep South. My dad, before my parents met, perhaps, was going down there to see the family. Um, okay, that Doctor Rock and Roll, Black Panthers thing, that definitely shows up. Okay, um, and it's a very much a George Washington on the plantation. Okay, and dealing with the natives. Okay, um, and Thomas Jefferson just would never do that because Thomas Jefferson has a big sister, and the Supreme Court of the United States can say, "Oh, well, see, we don't have any responsibility. It's not our import, but it is important." Okay, it's very complex. Um, and it's the only guarantee, basically, and it's ultimately sensitive. Okay, for me to have to do this by myself is improbable. All right, okay, I'm the guy with the answers, and I'm not here to threaten anyone, but everyone will take advantage of that. They don't care because it becomes a childish game. Uh, and I'm telling you that it's completely stupid, okay? Is purely of a statistical nature because of American healthcare families. Those people get overlooked completely. That's Ben Franklin, son of a soap maker, George Washington. His mom does the healthcare thing. Okay, that is the only reason the United States exists, because of healthcare and the faux pas of the rock and roll prescription. Okay, which is to say, oh, you're lucky you can be as reckless as you want to be and not have any responsibility, let alone any sort of, and this is very Al Capone, the baby of the New York family, goes out west, okay, and tries to make a deal. That's what happens I think that Rockefeller does the same thing with the railroads. Indeed. He's got a big sister. That's the equation. And perhaps an absent father. But here's the reality. I am a good neighbor. Okay, that's very maybe Mr. Rogers type of thing. I care about people who I'm around if they're not completely crazy. Okay, and that's the difference between everything. Okay, that's it's not some online conversation which is important, but something that's important or that has been imported. Okay, as advice and scholarly realities. Okay, and I just can't figure it out on a phone. Okay, it's not going to become apparent. It's only a spy device. You can track me anywhere in the world practically, and crazy people can show up regularly, and that is definitely what's going on long term. A few good people doesn't actually do anything. A few bad people does everything bad to the world. And me making some reckless choices because no one will actually say my name, that's the only thing, okay? This is has to do with American healthcare. George Washington Franklin, son of a soap maker, healthcare. It's elementary, my dear. Professor Moriarty is that equation of the rock and roll prescription rather than the protocol that says, hey, let's get this guy and make sure that he's safe. Martin Luther King, you guys don't know anyone like that. I've done the research comprehensively. So to have any argument of like, oh, what about this? Because I think that some of the superheroes are really cool, okay? Chris Hemsworth is one, yeah? And I think that some of the gangster movies are really cool, okay? I do have sort of a lucky child versus, there's this equation, imagine a yin and a yang, except it's a pie chart, it's a yin and a yang, okay? 20% on one side, 20% on the other side. One is lucky, one is not lucky. That lucky portion has to be used very cautiously. Otherwise, you'll have excuses for radical stupid things to happen. And the same thing for the negative 20%, the ones who are unhappy just because, especially if they're American, they're like George Washington, like the mass shooter, like the 27 Club. George Washington and the mass shooter are the same, okay? Sociologically, almost exactly the same as me. I want to sign a lifetime agreement. I know that New York is a very selfish part of the world. They would have an excuse. I would like to be there, okay? But not with any conversation or excuses. If you don't automatically say something, then I'm going to be completely dumbfounded, like the whole world. But I want to be there, especially the East Coast and Europe, Western Europe. I love it. I would go anywhere in the world. Okay, I would do that. But having a dumbfounding conversation only decides to say, "Oh, there was all these horrible things that happened. Let's now pretend like you're happy in hell over there, and this is the only reason all those disasters have happened. People know that I have no outlook, and that is very easily foreseen. Even in 1980, for sure. So I can help you guys, but I have to be there. Okay, what is important has to be imported. Actually, that's how it actually kind of works. Okay, the news is imported, but is it important? It's probably that smoldering heap down the street from you. That's actually important. I can help identify all these systemic resolutions. Okay, I'm an expert at that, and for the support to be developed, okay, for random things, which I see as what is reports ed, okay, like the news, I'd have to actually be there, okay? And then it would be okay. But if I'm not there, I'm going to be completely radically sort of ambivalent about that, because I know that it's just being imported. It's just, oh, look, we got some new products, we're trying to sell these things. Instead of saying, oh, look, we've got a scholar and he's completely signed and helping us. That would be great.